Hey you guys, how are you? Welcome. 91 of you waiting. Thank you so much for popping on. Yep, it's Friday. Who doesn't like a Friday? Although the days tend to blur in this lockdown mayhem, but it's weekend and a whiff of spring is in the air. And what happens on the first Friday of the month? It's Non Farm Payrolls Day. That's right, your big ass data day that comes at you. And it is essentially non-seasonal jobs, which is typically associated with farming, are eliminated. So all other jobs, apart from non-seasonal jobs, the stats that comes from that, which is an indicator for your largest economy in the world, America's economic strength. That's right. And it used to be, and sometimes still is, a bit of a market mover if it is an outlier in one way or another. So what are they expecting out of non-farms today, and what will we be doing? Well, we do a very special hour and a half of traditional markets: silver, gold, silver miners, gold miners, FX, dollar index, indices, for an hour and a half assessment of how they set up, and we see the number in, and then we have a half-hour break and we do crypto finds. We will also, even during the first session, keep half an eye, because I have a suspicion Bitcoin and Ethereum could do rather well. If it's not off the non-farms number Friday today, which it could be, it could have a very good weekend. So let's look at the charts. What do we see coming up? Well, I'm showing you one I don't always show you, but I have brought it into your consciousness recently. That is the total market cap, which is an indication of new money coming into all of crypto, the big set. Remember, Bitcoin will be 64% of this approximately, and Ethereum will probably be another big ass chunk, about another, well, at least 15, 20 maybe. I have to get the exact amounts. We'll check actually with the ETHUSD dominance. We can get the percentage there. But we have a structure to the upside. And by the way, if I put the lines back on, you will see that we have made great progress. Let's draw. And we'll go into this a lot more detail on crypto finds. We've made great progress, and it is showing. Let's get our epic pen out. TG pink, our favorite color for winners. There. It's doing a pretty decent gradient line, and we have the better part of 1230. That's 1.23 trillion expected as a eventual market cap target. Bear in mind, you typically run these targets. So you're talking, we're going from down here in the 900s where we'd been consolidating. Whoops, back with a pen, wobbling the chart around. We're going from down here where we'd consolidated, which the aggregate was around the 900s after having run the key level of significance, which is your 1 trillion mark. Yes, 1 trillion. And you're going to kick up to the next 25%. So the big question then becomes, if that's to occur, which it's already began occurring, and how much further has it got to go, etc., etc., etc. And as we suggested, it has the 1,250 probably in its sights, a target of around 1,230s, but I would expect a bit of rollover. Could even get hyper performance on that and get a bit of overperformance to the upside. How will you manage for that? Where's that 25% going to go? Well, if you already have Bitcoin and Ethereum, you have a large part of this chart already. Who's been enjoying the Ethereum upside? Who's been keeping you heavy and long on Ethereum and warning you about FBTC going to the 6.66% number? So we'll be checking in on FBTC in the non-farm payroll session. Friday finds crypto, second half. We'll be doing the FX, the equities and the indices, the gold and the silver in the first half for an hour and a half, with a little and lunch break of 30 minutes between the two sessions. So join us on the link below if you want to go into further details on that. So that's your total market cap. I'll also show you something of the traditional markets for those of you that way inclined. What about silver? Silver and the Wall Street bets. saga was getting all excited, and then it came all the way back down. Well, actually, that is the way of silver often. But when it super spikes, it will super spike, and all your summers and Christmases will arrive in one day. And many people saying, well, it hasn't done anything really significant in years, etc. Will be the kind of people that'll miss out on that party. And I think it is one of the most controlled markets. So what do I think could be happening here? We'll analyze a little further. You got a final little squeezy Japanesey to the downside there after that strong sell-off and gap close. You made a little bit of a low. We're twitching up. If we get back up to around about the 27 level and have a small pullback, you could indeed end up with head and shoulder. So we will cover this and more and talk about the gold, which is also a very important market, but better supplied, more held above ground in a weird kind of way. So I think this is going to be one of the most skittish commodities that's going to have probably the highest upside. And the best thing we can do is take silver out of the bankers' hands. They need it more than ever. The Greta Green absolutely relies on silver. It relies on it in solar panels, even though they're getting more efficient. They need way more solar panels. They need way more environmentally friendly battery-driven cars. They need way more of everything. It is the most conductive, more than gold, most conductive metal in electronic uses. So it is exceedingly useful. And at the moment, there's very few pure silver miners because it's just been sub-economic to do. People pull it out when they're pulling out gold and copper. So there's a few pure plays, but there's not many. We'll talk about that and more in the traditional markets. All coming today, not very far off. We start in, what's the time now? Checking the time, less than 2 hours. Come and join us for a Friday Find. Come and get a taste of the entertainment, the assessment, and more importantly, getting a true handle on what's going to be the big movers in the week ahead, what could move even today on the news today, what are our crazy numbers going to tell us, by the way, what are they expecting? We did have ADP payrolls already, which is a guide, but often it's only just a guide. Let's get the diary. Who would have put... This is Arthur Hayes, the rise and fall of a Bitcoin billionaire, Arthur Hayes, hiding out in Hong Kong at the moment, being chased by the authorities. Interesting story, isn't it? Okay, let's go to the calendar. Are they just being persecuted for being derivative players in the market, or have they taken part in real manipulation? That is the big question that they're being accused of. Non Farm Payroll Friday. So we're having a look over here. What are they expecting? USD 85,000 jobs are being expected. So this is where I'm looking. Show you there. This is the forecast. You will hear with me the actual, and we will see the effect that it has on the markets. Last time, minus 140. Plus, they have the birth-death model, which adds things in. Come and join us to find out more. Link below. Looking forward to taking you into it. Whatever happens Friday, I think will carry through for the weekend on crypto. So I have a sneaking feeling we're going to keep walking our way up, and in some cases having a little dart, in fact, a little bit of a surge here and there as well, taking us all through to an extra 250 billion market cap on the crypto market cap, just on target without any overperformance. Biasing long could be very good for you. Find out more on the link below. Join us for Non Farm. I'm Francis, the crypto, the market, and the reset sniper. Thank you for popping on to see us today. See you later.